In this lesson, we're going to learn how to divide integers. When you divide integers, you use the exact same rules from when you are multiplying integers. We know that when you have the same sign when dividing integers, the answer is always positive. It could look two different ways. So you might see a problem that looks like this. Same sign, remember. Negative 18 divided by negative 6. You just divide like normal. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Since the signs are the same, it's positive. Or just remember the fact that fractions are division problems. So it might be negative 18 divided by negative 6, looking like that, and then the answer is positive 3. We know that when the signs are different, the answer is always negative. So again, same two ways. You might see something like negative 21 divided by 7, and the answer is negative 3. Again, it does not matter which of the numbers, if you have more positives or more negatives, or which number is bigger. If they're different, it's negative. I can flip it around here. I could do 21 divided by negative 7, and the answer is still negative 3. Dividing numbers with different signs, the answer is always negative. So let's look at a couple of evaluating problems. In these evaluating problems, x is going to equal negative 8, and y is going to equal negative 4. So I can give you 10 minus x squared divided by y. If I look at this problem, I can plug in my numbers. I have 10 minus, now x is negative 8. Remember, you have to put that negative 8 in parentheses, and the squared is outside of it, divided by negative 4. Now I put the negative 4 in parentheses too, but that's just to separate the division sign and the negative sign. I have to solve the exponent first because of order of operations. So I have 10 minus negative 8 squared is negative 8 times negative 8, which actually gives you positive 64. So that minus came from the minus above it. And then negative 8 times negative 8 is 64. And that is divided by negative 4. Now this is a little tricky here. I have 10 minus 64 divided by negative 4. For order of operations, I need to do this first. So I have 64 divided by negative 4, or divided by 4. I see what I have here is 16. But because I did a positive divided by a negative, I actually have 10 minus negative 16. In a subtraction problem, I change my minus to plus, and I take the opposite of the number I'm subtracting, so negative 16 becomes positive 16, and it's just 10 plus 16, which is 26. So you can see there's just a lot more you need to think about when you're using the order of operations, when you have positives and negatives, and when you're evaluating expressions. Let's do one more. Okay, we're going to solve 10y squared minus x all over z. So that all over z means it's divided by z. Because the problem's written this way, you have to simplify both the top and the bottom first before you can do that division. So let's plug in. I have 10, and when a number is right next to a variable, it means multiplication. So I have 10 times negative 2 squared minus 10 all over negative 5. So I have to solve the top part first before I can divide by negative 5. In this, I need to solve the exponent first and then multiply it by the 10. So let's do that. If I have negative 2 squared, remember that's in the parentheses, so it's actually negative 2 times negative 2. And a negative times a negative is a positive. So I'm going to take 10 times 4 minus 10 all over negative 5. I still have to do the multiplication first in the top. So I have 10 times 4, which I'm going to move over here. Sorry about that. 10 times 4 is 40 minus 10 all over negative 5. Still have to simplify the top. 40 minus 10 is 30 divided by negative 5. And now I can do the division. Since I'm dividing numbers with different signs, I do the division, which is 6, and the signs are different, so it's negative. So I get negative 6 for my answer. All right. So I want you to try out what we have for you, and then I will see you again. Good luck.